Now this. On this day in 1848, President James K. Polk delivered his fourth annual message to Congress, and a good chunk of that message is dedicated to the discovery of vast amounts of gold in California.
In the message, President Polk describes a sort of mania. He referred to reports from the Army and Navy stationed in California that corroborated rumors of gold in unimaginable amounts. He writes in part, quote, "Nearly the whole of the male population of the country have gone to the gold districts. Ships arriving on the coast are deserted by their crews, and their voyages are suspended for lack of sailors."
He said soldiers stationed in the territory were deserting and that they should consider increasing soldiers' pay to keep them from leaving. And this was just the start of the gold rush. The lust for gold made some men rich and left many more broke.
Maine, the opposite coast, not exactly the same mineral makeup as California, but you can still find gold here. In 1994, Cheryl Doyle and photographer Harry Harris panned the Swift River looking for their fortune.
Gold. The pursuit of it has left some very rich and others very broke. The California gold rush is ingrained in American history, but so too is the gold rush of East Madrid, Maine, back in 1854. Well, maybe. It started here when miners from the West came home with nothing but broken dreams. But that didn't stop this tenacious breed who saw some similarities between those rivers and the ones in Maine. A 140 years later, people still comb the banks of Maine's rivers for gold. This time, not so much to get rich, but to get a glimpse of what Mother Nature has to offer.
We have never really found a lot of gold in Maine.
Author C.J. Stevens and his wife have been panning for 35 years.
Gold is here, as a matter of fact, in the last 2 years. I think it was a year before last, a person found an ounce and a third nugget on the east branch of the Swift River.
While panning for gold can be a profitable hobby, don't quit your day job. The only time that anybody was ever to make more money doing this than what they did full-time was during the Depression, when farmers made only $1 a day versus $32 if they found an ounce of gold. You start by digging down to the clay on the riverbed and pouring it into a pan on top of something called a grizzly. Then, never step on a wet rock.
Never step on a wet rock. All right, now, stick the pan just under the water. Just under, just a bit. Now start a motion, clockwise or counterclockwise. That's it. More, harder. Harder. That's it, more. And as you swirl it, the lighter stuff will go out of the pan. More of a motion. No, wider. That's it. That's it. That's it. Beautiful.
Eventually, when you're left with the smallest of sand, you continue with a steady, round, swishing motion. The sand will move. The gold, being heavy, stays. And if you're lucky, the first time out, you'll have something to show for your hard work.
Oh my gosh, Harry, look at this, we're rich.
That is the biggest small piece of gold she'll ever find.